Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, thanks. First of all, I want to tell you that I don't speak English entirely. I speak Spanish, but I will try to communicate everything.
Oh, please don't worry about it. As I always tell people, you speak English better than I speak Spanish.
Okay, okay, thank you.
All right. Is
That's
there
all right.
anything I should know about the game before I get started? Should I read the itch.io page?
Yeah, you can do that, but it's pretty simple. It's just a puzzle game with and with elements. It's maybe a bit similar to Candy Crush, but just start playing and you will understand everything.
Okay, sounds good. All right, gods and points. I completely. I'm going to relaunch the intro because I do want to read that. I'll read it out loud as it comes by here. Once upon a
Okay.
time, there was utmost nothingness. The gods, bored, wanted to create the universe. The essence of creation they sought, and they discovered the septimental elements, septernal, when the same superlative elements mingle with each other. Not only do they disappear, but they also unchain a large amount of energy. This would be the key to help the creators construct the universe. This is the beginning of the universe. Gods and Coins, GMTK Jam Edition. And hello, looks like you've got some fans in the chat there. Some at least three separate people who are all chiming in saying
Okay.
they love your work, they're big fans.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that they are friends of mine. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, so I assume the game is giving me a tutorial here.
Yeah, it's just a video tutorial.
Okay, so click to merge coins of the same type and create energy. All right, it's great to have some fans. And hey, now is the time to go ahead and submit your questions. Zuzuru, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so click on an adjacent coin of a different type to combine them. Does this game have background music?
Yeah, it
Oh,
has.
then I should make sure to boost the audio. In order to win, you need to clear the entire board. Okay. All right. Yeah, I must have just turned it down too much, or my volume app could just crash too. That's fine.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here, guys, because if there is in fact game audio, why does Windows 10 have to make the share desktop button so tiny? Okay, now I can hear it. I just need to boost it. That's the issue. There we go. Now we can hear it. Okay, your name is Jeff. That's going to be much easier to remember.
Okay.
So I'm just responding to people in chat. There we go. All right. Okay, so I remember from the tutorial, I combine coins of adjacent types. Ooh, it's okay. So it's a nice mix of 2D and 3D. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and start playing the game, and we'll start in with our first question. Which these are just a list of questions that I have, but yes, chat, don't forget you can submit your own questions. So, how did you decide on what you were going to make for the jam?
Well, actually, it wasn't my idea. It was a friend of mine idea. We started first. First, we wanted to do like a grappling hook style game, but then just the idea pop out. And yeah, we decided to do a game related with elements and joining them together. Yeah. At first, it was going to be like more like puzzle, but not like this. Just like maybe a scenario where you had to open a door with some type of element. Like I don't know, there was a earth door, and you needed to found the earth element in maybe a room, and then you can open that door. It was like a maybe a key finding game, but with elements. And then we discarded that idea, and we made this. We started with this.
Nice. Nice. I mean, I see you're sort of combining different elements to sort of form the like in between of them. Whoa. Okay, so that was very much just the tutorial, and now things are kicking off. Okay. Well, I definitely think you ended up going with like a lot of people had the idea to make like two characters kind of tethered together. I think the hinge joint was very popular in Unity this jam, but I'm glad that you made this instead because I think this definitely stands out. Looks really cool.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it was maybe a different idea. I thought that maybe I actually at first thought that games with grappling hooks would be pretty normal,
Mhm.
but I didn't saw so much of them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that this idea is actually different from the others.
Yeah, it definitely stands out. And let's see, that is El Juan. Thank you for the follow. I really feel like I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Please, if you
it's
could.
a Spanish name. It's like pronounced El Juanchi.
El Juan.
But
Okay. I'm glad that I remembered to pronounce the J as a hua sound. But all right. I'm sorry, and yeah, I'll do my best to remember how to say it from now on. Okay.
yeah, don't worry. It's difficult to pronounce it.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to do my best to remember. I do appreciate your understanding, though. Okay, so can you recommend a useful shortcut in the Unity engine that you think would be helpful for others to know?
Well, maybe I always when I start a project, I always add a post-processing profile with a package that is called Universal Render Pipeline.
Mhm.
Or if you don't have maybe the hardware requirements for that, you can choose to use a lightweight render pipeline that is it's a little bit lightweight as the name says, and with that you can add blur and some post-processing effects that I think that boost the appearance of your game a lot and can help every game to look better.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, we've just got a couple comments about yeah, Spanish people rocks, and then someone else saying sexy English voice. I'm not sure. I don't think you're talking about me. I don't know. You'll
Yeah,
have to clarify.
maybe very wise.
All right. So anyway, yeah, using one of the two render pipelines, it can definitely boost the production of your game significantly. So I completely agree. It's a great suggestion. Demon Tart, I've had some trouble with WebGL and post-processing in the past. Yeah, this is not the WebGL version of the game, though. So that's kind of a trade-off, because I know that a lot more people will play your game if there is an HTML or WebGL version of it, but this is download only, so... Okay, so that was still another easy board. Now we're on to a bit more of a difficult one. All right, well, what are your plans for the game going forward?
Well, I don't really know. Maybe in the future we can create a mobile game, maybe with some improvements, more levels, and I don't really know. But I think that if I'm going to do something, it will be a mobile game.
That makes sense. So probably with the ability to like zoom in and out of the board, and I think perhaps what would be very useful is if you could include a undo function.
Yeah.
Sorry? Oh, I think you might have just cut out there.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I can hear you now. Okay, sorry, it's cutting in and out a little.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I
Now I
think
can
that
hear you. Yeah,
my connection is like bad, but okay.
If you need to, you can drop the stream quality down to like 160p. You don't even have to be like actively in like viewing the stream, just if that helps boost your connection quality.
Okay, I think
it seems to be good now.
Okay, perfect. So, what was I saying?
All I was suggesting was an undo button.
Yeah, that in the future, if we create a complete game, we have to do that. We think of it, but we run out of time and we couldn't do it at the time. Yeah, it's a must-have if we do a complete game.
Yeah, I figured that it would be something that you would want to do if you could, but you know, it being a game jam, you don't always have the time to do it. So
yeah, there were a lot of things that we wanted to add, but we couldn't because of time. Like maybe adding, I don't know if you noticed, but you can't do more than one movement at a time. Like you can select one coin and move it, but you can't select another coin until that coin joined with another one.
Yeah, I noticed that it was waiting on the animation to complete. I did try, but so yeah, I think that would definitely help speed up the pace of the game, especially for some of the easier levels, or when you're getting closer to finishing a level and stuff is becoming a little more obvious.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are needed for the game to maybe to polish a bit the experience.
All right. So you're hoping to do a mobile version of this. I mean, I can imagine it working quite well. Like it's entirely touch-based and just having like, so you got the restart button. You can probably replace restart with an undo and then just have the restart accessible via a menu instead.
Yes, that's true. But I think that we need to reconsider the entire game because with an undo button, you have a lot of options. Like you can maybe set like a limited times that you can undo to maybe change the experience. But we need to consider all the options and then take a and then select what we want to do.
Yeah, I think the basic idea of the game will absolutely still work. Are you worried that adding an undo would make it too easy? Yeah, I see.
Maybe if it is unlimited, yeah, but maybe I don't really know. I didn't consider it, but maybe the best option is to set the undo button to be used as many times as you want, but I don't really know what to say, because maybe I don't know if you set the undo button to only be used like 3 times, it is like it can improve the experience, but when you run out of undo buttons, maybe the experience is the same as it is now. I don't really know. We need to try all the options.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a difficult question because the only reason that I was asking about an undo button in the first place is because sometimes I misclick on something and then I feel like I've ruined an entire level and I have to start the whole thing over because of a misclick. And it's not usually that I did the wrong move, it's more that I just like clicked on the wrong, like I meant to combine 2 tiles, but the order that I combined them in just happened to be in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe an undo button of only the last action that you did could be a great option.
You know what? Can I actually make a suggestion?
Yeah.
What if it when you went to combine 2 tiles, you have a moment of freedom to place it in either of the positions that it could have been from. Because that way you avoid the mistake of like, oh, I wanted to combine these 2, but I put A onto B instead of B onto A.
Yeah, like they join in the center of them and you then select where you want to place that coin.
Like it's not the most elegant solution, it's just the first thing that popped into my head is a possibility.
Yeah, that's another possibility. We need to take into a consideration all the possibilities and then select the best.
Yeah, so
Um,
maybe even when you click one tile onto another, like let's say I want to combine this fire one, and I know there's going to be a bit of a stream delay, but if I combine this fire one here with this air one onto the immediate left, then that just happens. But then until I make another move, I have the option of clicking in this empty space, and this tile will shift over to fill the space.
okay, but I see a problem there. What happens when you don't select where you want to place it and you start another movement?
Oh, I
Like,
mean, if by the time you start another move, that's up to you. You've messed it up. I'm
okay.
specifically saying that you don't need an undo because, as other people have been saying, with an undo you can just sort of brute force the idea. But just having the ability to change the position that the last tiles that you combine to go just like one space over into the other space as opposed like into the air space into the fire space. That just gives you like one sort of point of flexibility, so you don't end up combining two in the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah, that could be a good option. I agree with you, but I maybe think that that could ruin a bit the simplicity of the game. If we
Mhm.
add a lot of things like you have to merge the coins and then select and then start again, there are a lot of options.
Oh, of course. I
And
definitely think you can think of a better solution than that. It was, again, just one of the
yeah,
first things that popped into my mind.
yeah, it is a really good idea. It is.
Okay, well, I do look forward to if you make a post jam version of this and you would like any other feedback on that, I'd be more than happy to try it out. Chat, now is your time. If you have any other questions, go ahead and send them in now. And in the meantime, I will just ask if there's anyone, any other person or project that you would like to give a shout out to.
Yeah, we have a friend, a follower called Patos Deo that made an awesome game. It's called. I think that is the control of players or something like that. Let me check. Yeah, the controls of players. I will send it in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a pretty simple game, but it's really fun to play. And if maybe you can rate it and tell him what you think, that would be awesome.
Excellent. I always appreciate when
Well,
people take the opportunity to call out other games they want to see rated.
okay, so thank you for your words. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. And we do have a question actually from Levi Moore here. What was the feature that you cut in this game?
Yeah. When we try to make it like a level menu
Mhm.
selection, but we ran out of time and we had to just don't do it.
Yep, I think that's fine. Oh, and we've got another question in, which is who made the music?
It is called I don't remember the surname, but it's Felipe Fuentes is his name.
Nice.
He only made the music, but it was an awesome music. He did a great job.
Yeah, I think it was a very like the music fit the background, the theme, the mood of the game very well.
Yeah, yeah, it creates an awesome atmosphere for the game.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this conversation today. I look forward to seeing future projects of yours, and especially if you have anything that you'd like feedback on, I'd be more than happy to just have a conversation.
Okay, thank you too.
All right.
Yeah, if we do something else, I will call you.
Please do. All right. Talk to you
Okay,
later then.
thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.